Shit, honestly, I wasn't planning on doing this, but I have to do it on every stream. Fuck. Even though I really don't want to, I gotta make that sacrifice because you never know who's watching right now. Holy shit. Wait, let me put my theme music on. If you're new to this stream, at the end of every stream, we always love to have a little therapy session to learn something before you leave out of here. I'm appreciative for everyone who's even here with me right now. I don't even know how. Honestly, you should go to bed right now. Thank you for coming along this ride. This is Naiel's Tough Therapies. Okay. I believe today's topic was, oh my gosh, how to spot them. Yes, 6 red flags you should ignore in yourself. Ooh. What kind of red flags do you guys have, chat? I feel everybody has some red flags. I feel like if you're somebody that says I have no red flags, that might be a red flag. I'm not even joking. Like, come on, bro. That's damn near saying you're calling yourself perfect. And it might not even be a red flag. It might be a yellow flag. But to say there's not something that makes you that isn't going to get someone else irritated or something, I just feel like you're just not telling the truth. I'm sorry. Please don't mind. My voice is literally gone.
There's a quote from the TV show BoJack Horseman, written by showrunner Raphael Bob Waxberg, that goes, "When you look at someone through rose-colored glasses, all the red flags..."
Wait, hold on. I think if I...
just look like flags. And though the original context talks about red flags in romantic relationships, the same can certainly...
Okay.
There's a quote from the TV show... There's a quote from the TV show BoJack Horseman, written by showrunner Raphael Bob Waxberg, that goes, "When you look at someone through rose-colored glasses, all the red flags just look like flags." And though the original context talks about red flags in romantic relationships, the same can certainly be true for ourselves too, don't you think? Because as hard as it is sometimes to spot the warning signs...
That's a great quote. Red colored glasses make red flags look normal. That's so crazy.
in our own relationships and in the people we love, it might be even harder to spot them in ourselves because of our tendencies to empathize and rationalize with our own choices and actions. With that said, here are 6 red flags you need to look out for in yourself, according to experts. Number 1, unconstructive self-talk. Psychologist Dr. Elizabeth Scott defines negative self-talk as any inner dialogue you have with yourself that may be limiting your ability to believe in yourself and your own abilities and to reach your potential. In fact, research by Kinderman, Schwanner, Ponton, and Tai found that negative self-talk increases the risk of mental health problems such as decreased motivation, feelings of helplessness, and even depression. So if you're guilty of...
Damn, I might be guilty, chat. I wouldn't say it's like that extreme, but I think it's easy to utilize. I don't know. I also listen to a lot of David Goggins, so it's kind of hard to not talk down, especially how, like, if you listen to like David Goggins, oh, you a little bitch, oh, you better get your ass up, oh, you acting like a little bitch. Like, it's like shit like that where like I would say that in the gym, like, man, you bitch ass nigga, like, get your ass up, bro. Like, what you doing, bro? You're not even that. Look around, bro. Everybody here is stronger than you. What you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that could be helpful or motivational.
Constantly putting yourself down and having a lot of self-deprecating thoughts, even the ones you pass off as jokes, then talking to a professional or applying effective CBT techniques, for example, thought stopping, mindfulness, etc.
I do think though, right, it's something I noticed even with my homies, I do think your words are very powerful. What you say out loud, and that's the thing that people bypass it and they say, oh, it's just a joke, right? I don't like that line because it could be a joke, yeah, but you just saying it out loud, you're giving it some sort of power. I know, sure, it could be a joke, haha, funny, but in all seriousness, like, you never know who takes that serious. You might even take it serious yourself, and you're just saying it as a joke. You might take it actually like, oh, like, it's training you to actually think that. And joke is just like, nah, not really, but like, really is though, you know?
Help you minimize this. 2. Neurotic need for social validation. Do you feel that you're too much of a people pleaser? Does your self-esteem often go up and down depending on other people's opinions and feelings towards you? Perhaps you feel a strong need to always get everyone else to like you, regardless of whether or not you even like them. All of these are signs that you may have a neurotic need for social validation. And this is a red flag because according to mental health and wellness author Marissa Pomerantz, people with too high a need for social validation often have low self-esteem and stay in or even chase after unhealthy, one-sided friendships and relationships. Neurotic need for control.
Why you talking about me, bruh? Damn, bruh. I don't know. Sometimes, because I'm just so friendly to people, I just had to realize, how do I explain it? I be really friendly to people, and my strength is I could really, at least what I've been told and what I tell myself is I could be friends with somebody in 30 minutes. It doesn't take long for me to like, oh my gosh, like he's actually like a cool dude, you know? But over time, I've learned that, bro, that's not, no matter how much of personality you have, how much charisma you have, you just can't. You can't be that person's friend that quickly. And if it is that quickly, then maybe it's not that worthwhile, or it's not gonna be as long lasting, you know? Like, even look at your friends, like your close friends right now, like those took time. They're not just the quick ones, you know what I mean? So then I'd be telling myself like, oh yeah, that's my friend. That's like my good friend. When like I only talk to him for like 30 minutes. And then like whenever it comes to situations, it's like, I'm reminded like, I'm really not that close. It's like, damn. And I'd be tripping. I'm like, bruh.
Not only red flags, but telltale signs that you may have a neurotic need for control. According to Dr. Christine Adams, in an article for Psychology Today, people who struggle with this most likely grapple with strong feelings of helplessness and to cope become overly demanding in their way of relating to other people. Number 4, toxic perfectionism. Related to the earlier point, Dr. Christine Adams also talks about something she calls self-control freaks, or what is more commonly known as toxic perfectionism. The problem, according to Dr. Adams, is that people like this expect themselves to perform perfectly and without error, and as such are only setting themselves up for failure and disappointment. This is not only a definite red flag and a weakness, but a harmful habit for your mental health. Number 5, avoidant attachment.
Okay. To rebuttal against that, I would say I don't like shit to not go to plan. Like, I definitely love to have a set plan. Okay, I like things to go a certain way. That's just how I operate. And I hate the things go off course. But I'm also learning, even like the streaming stuff, like if shit were like not happen, or like it's normal, it's natural. Like, even like your biggest streamers, like they'll sit there like, shit, we having technical problems. Like, not everything goes perfect, and that's completely normal. I just be thinking in my head like, nah, like fuck, like you have to make this shit look smooth, you know? Can't be looking so amateur, right? But I be forgetting even the pros have amateur moments. So, yeah. It's just I just have to keep reminding myself. I do. It's gone a lot better than when I first started any of this content shit.
In an article from BetterHelp, which was medically reviewed by licensed clinical social worker April Justice, people with avoidant attachment styles tend to be emotionally detached and closed off. They often feel uncomfortable with long-term closeness and intimacy in relationships. As a result, their knee-jerk response is to avoid the other person or manifest other self-sabotaging behaviors such as cheating, ghosting, and never asking for help instead of communicating with the other person and collaborating on resolving the issue with them. And number 6, social media addiction. Another red flag you might not realize you have is social media addiction. Researchers like WHO and others found in a 2019 study that it negatively affected college students' mental health and academic performance. An article from Healthline written by medical health practitioners Dr. Christine Cherney and Dr. Timothy Legg.
I even know that like this next generation of kids, bro, is so cooked. Like I was really thinking about it. I'm like, wow. Oh my gosh, because I was seeing my godson watch Miss Rachel, and I was just like, damn. It's just such a different generation. Just iPads everywhere. You know, it's just technology everywhere. It's like, damn. Like, people thought ours was like the worst, which it was worse than theirs, but it's just like, damn, like, it's just gonna keep going down and down and down after this. Like, I didn't grow up with TikTok. TikTok grew with me. There's gonna be kids that grow up with TikTok. That's crazy.
Found that some possible downsides of too much social media consumption are low self-esteem, increased feelings of loneliness, anxiety or depression, the onset of social anxiety disorder, disrupted sleep patterns, decreased physical activity, ignoring real-life relationships, and reduced ability to empathize with others. So, do you see any of these red flags in yourself? Let us know in the comments below. If the answer is yes, then know that you're not alone. Most of us are struggling with at least one or more of these. What matters most isn't that we strive for perfection, but for growth and self-development. And as with any other challenge we encounter, the first step to overcoming it is to acknowledge the problem. Dr. Itai Ibsen, a positive psychologist and professor at Naropa University, suggests that we can change ourselves for the better in a gradual 3-step process of setting goals for ourselves over 3 weeks with increasing difficulty. But of course, if you are seriously struggling with any mental health concerns, do not hesitate to reach out to a psychologist or a counselor today and get the help and support you need and deserve.
I gotta get another sound, bro. But that's a W video. Wow. What did the comment say? Comment said, negative self-talk is a hard one. Sometimes I feel like there's two people in my head. One being mean, the other one being someone not so nice. I feel like that little voice takes pleasure in hurting me. Even saying mean and everything. Once it gets going, it's hard to get stop. I found that being nice to the voice, saying it, please stop, works better than telling it to shut up. I possess 5 of the 6 minus social media because I got, wow. Damn. Holy smokes. Yeah, bro. And that's crazy, bro. Everybody got their own problems, bro. Everyone got their own little problems in life. Not one person is gonna be a problem-free person. I don't think that's real. If you haven't lived life, then if that's the case, everybody got problems, bruh. Everybody do, man. Shoot, you might have some right now, and it is what it is. And I think when it comes to relationships, it's just whose problems are you willing to deal with the most? Whose problems are you willing to sacrifice with the most? Right? If we're talking about those long-term relationships, I'm not talking about no quick 1 year, 2 year marriages. That's baby stuff. I'm talking about 10, 15 plus. Those anniversary ones. Like, those ones are like how much BS are you willing to take? Kind of those things. And I'm not saying that's what marriage is all about, just taking a BS, but it's just who you gonna carry to the promised land with? You gotta take their baggage too. It's not just them. They got a whole lot of baggage. They got their loving baggage. They got their evil baggage that they only show when they're mad. They got their weird baggage, and they also have their funny baggage. It's a lot of baggage, and that's what makes somebody somebody. That's the beauty of life. It really is.